my questions on housing as well. A couple of weeks ago I raised with you the issue of the role of the Gardaí in illegal evictions, and there was a very shocking piece on Twitter. You may have seen that Dr. Raheel was threatened with an illegal eviction by a very angry and violent landlord who used a chainsaw or some kind of a cutting mechanism that looked pretty lethal to go through the door and then threaten him and his family. When the guards were called, they said this eviction is a civil matter. Now, I did explain to you at the time I had the same experience as a councillor mainly, where illegal evictions were taking place, and when you ring the Gardaí, they say it's a civil matter. But when is civil not civil? When you are a landlord with an electrified saw chases after a doctor's family, or as in the case that I witnessed, where a bunch of thugs came with hacksaws and machetes and hammers to evict two young men from a house in Kilmainham some years ago. And these scenes will be repeated, given that the eviction ban is lifted and that there's a lot of residual issues still out there. Can you clarify for us if there is new guidance and instructions and protocol to be given to Gardaí to do more than to say to somebody who's frightened and terrified of their own lives and their families' lives that this is a civil matter? Can we have updated, and I think actually the Garda Representative Association or one of their bodies has already asked the government to do this.
In relation to the role of Gardaí, the role of Gardaí is to keep the peace and to enforce the law. Evictions are a civil matter. I don't know the details of the situation that Deputy Smith describes. There could be more to the story than we're being told, but it certainly sounds like a breach of the law to me, and it is the role of the Gardaí to enforce the law, and that is as simple as that. And we have had illegal evictions, again, long before there were ever temporary winter eviction bans, and illegal evictions are illegal. And it's the role of the Gardaí to enforce the law in that regard. I don't know if there's any new guidelines being issued, but I will make inquiries with the Minister for Justice on that.